Hello, I'm a Stake Indexing Director, and today I want to show you how to index the U.S. Virginia Divorce Records Project in FamilySearch Indexing. Now this is part C of this project, so we've seen a different type of form before. We have new forms now, they look like this, and the instructions, however, have not changed, and if you look at the sample images, they still only have samples of the abstracts and divorce granted images, which look different than this. So we're going to take a look at this type of form now and see how to index this. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and mark this normal. I'm going to use table entry, and we see they have highlights in this project. It's very nice. They have adjusted the highlights to this type of form, so it does help you to find the information on the form. First, we have the state file number, and that's up here in the upper right corner, and the instructions in the field help tell us to index the full number, including any hyphens if there is one. In this case, there's no hyphen, but I'm going to go ahead and index it just like it says here, 66 space and then 005885. Next comes the city or county of the divorce. Now notice the highlight is wrong here. It's pointing me to the name of the court, but I want the name of the city or county, which is over here. Loudoun. Sorry if I'm pronouncing these wrong. Okay, next comes the date of the divorce, and that's down here at the very bottom of the form, the final decree when it was filed. In this case, it's August 23, 1966. And do be sure that you are checking for the correct 4-digit year. In this case, it says the entire 4 digits. If it didn't, you could look on another field on the form to find the 4 digits. Here it is again. Okay, next we have the plaintiff's given name. Now this is where it gets really tricky. Notice that the highlights have jumped up here to the first name, which is always the husband on this form. However, the husband is not always the plaintiff. You need to look down here at this field, and in this form it's field 22, where it says plaintiff, and here wife is checked. So in fact, we are now going to fill in the name of the wife because it's asking us for the plaintiff, not for the name of the husband. So this is Robin Lee Beaver. So I'm getting the name here from the wife section. Titles or terms, there's none for this, so I'll just leave that empty. The plaintiff's age, again here there's nothing here. I'm just going to leave that empty. The race or color, okay, now ignore the wrong highlights. I'm looking down here at the wife. It's white. You need to index the race or color exactly as it is written. So if it says Negro or colored, you don't correct that to black. You simply index what is written there. Next comes the birth month, again of the plaintiff, which is the wife. So that's October 4, 1946. Okay, 1846 would make no sense. Obviously, she's not 120 years old. Then the defendant. Okay, now, notice the highlights are wrong again. We're going to go up here to the husband because the husband is the defendant in this case. Raymond Arthur Castle. He has a title or term junior, JR. We do not expand that. You simply type in just as it is given. His age is also empty. I'm going to leave that empty. His color or race is white. His birth date is up here, July 19th, 1939. The date of the marriage, okay, that's down here. Now the highlights are correct again, November 4, 1964. And the number of minor children, it says none, and therefore I will type 0. If this box were empty, if there was nothing here, then I would also just leave this field on the form empty. Okay, you only enter 0 if it actually says 0 or none. Okay, divorce granted to. Now we see here field number 25. It tells us it was granted to the wife in this case. And then was the case contested? And now this is left over from the old type of form in which there was a box for whether the case was contested. On this type of form, there is no field giving us that information, so we're just going to leave that empty. Okay, that's all there is to it. So these are really easy to read. They're typewritten forms, but you do need to be really careful with the plaintiff and defendant information where you're putting the names. And I'm sure this is going to be a huge problem in arbitration, but please do just follow the instructions, do the best you can. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have fun.